time for the Southern Scream, and we have your haunted table covered. We're going to start off with some terrifyingly tasty treats from River Street Sweets. Then we'll go out to the Old Pink House for some devilishly delicious Ambos products, and we're not stopping there. How about some pumpkin-shaped pizza from Papa Murphy's? You're bound to work up a scary appetite, so get ready. The Southern Scream starts now. Everybody, and welcome to the Southern Scream. I'm WSAV's Natalie Hendricks. You know, all this week, the Southern scene has turned into the Southern Scream, and we've been bringing you all those scary things to do, the ghoulishly fun things to do in Savannah, the Coastal Empire, and Low Country, of course. And of course, we couldn't do it without the great help from our friends at the Georgia Lottery. We want to say a big thank you to them, and also invite you to try out their all-new Walking Dead scratch-off. Here's the thing, you could be a big winner. And the great thing is, if you win some of that creepy cash, well, I can't think of a better place to spend it than the Sweets headquarters. You know, the one that has all the tantalizing sweet treats this time of year. You guessed it, we're at the Habersham location of River Street Sweets. And of course, joining me now here at the River Street Sweets Habersham location is the regional manager, Chris Myers. Now, you've been with the company for a long time. Chris, hey, how are you?
Hey, Natalie, how are you?
It's so good to see you.
Nice to see you.
So now, you've been with River Street Sweets a long time.
Yes, I have. It's been over 15, almost 16 years now, and it's certainly grown, and we've got this new location here at Habersham Village for the last couple of years. It's really added a local flavor to our business.
Which has been wonderful, and especially during this time of year. Now, of course, you know, we're in the middle of our Scream Week, so
Absolutely.
I can't think of a better place to come during Scream Week, you know, because everybody's thinking about sweets and getting ready for Halloween, and you guys are ready.
And as we like to say, this is good candy making weather. Everybody kind of gets in the mood, you know, with football in the air and a nice cool temperatures out. Everybody gets excited, and it's a great time to make candy and enjoy and have fun doing it.
Well, of course, you know, we know that you've always been known for those world famous pralines.
Absolutely.
You know, all of your specialty candies, anything from, you know, your nut products to all kinds of things, your taffies. But during this time of year, getting ready for Halloween, you guys have some new things you're doing.
Well, you know, Halloween is about candy, right? I mean, kids love candy and they trick or treat, and you know, for the adults, we have a lot of items for them as well. But, you know, we'll take our world-famous pralines and put a spin on those with our pumpkin pralines.
So you have pumpkin pralines.
Pumpkin pralines. We'll get you to try one of those here shortly. But we add real pumpkin to the mix, so it gives a nice flair. It's a little more of an orange color.
So you actually use real pumpkin in the recipe.
Real pumpkin in the pralines, yeah, and they're fantastic. And along with that, we make our pumpkin fudge as well this time of year.
So pumpkin fudge, and those are two things that I've never had: pumpkin pralines, pumpkin fudge.
Absolutely.
And now you guys are even running a special during where your pralines are concerned.
Yeah, we do, and people can come in, and at this particular location, you buy a pound of them, you get a half pound free right now.
Oh my gosh, so you buy a pound of pralines, you get a half pound free.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've got the pumpkin fudge, the pumpkin pralines. What else do you have?
Well, we like to have fun. We make a lot of gift items geared towards Halloween. This is one of them here. This is like a Halloween pail that we do that has a mixture of our most popular candies, the pralines, of course, and our bear claws and chocolate pecans and all kind of different items.
So here's the thing, Chris. I mean, we've talked about all of these items that, you know, we all gear up for this time of year. All of this, and talking about the sweets, you know, this has me hungry. And I'm going to have to not only test some of the, you know, the pumpkin praline, the pumpkin fudge, but I want to make some candy while I'm here.
Yes, well, we're ready for you.
You're ready for me?
Absolutely.
All right, let's get going.
All right.
Okay, Chris, you have us all set up here.
We have the smorgasbord for you.
Smorgasbord. I was going to tell you, and you can only find it at River Street Sweets. Now, we're in the Habersham location, but you guys all have loads of locations.
We do. We have locations in South Carolina and Georgia, Myrtle Beach, Charleston, Atlanta, and 2 locations here in Savannah. Of course, our flagship store on River Street, been there since 1973, so everybody knows that location.
Everybody knows. And here's the thing, if you can't make it to the store and you want to shop from the comfort of your own home, well, you can do that too.
We do. We ship all over the world, and we're getting into our real busy shipping time of the year with the holidays coming up. You know, everything from Halloween, next in line, Thanksgiving, and then Christmas. It was a great time of year for candy, like we said.
What are we going to be doing here?
All right, now Natalie, what I've got here is a tray of our caramel clusters. This is the beginnings of our bear claws, we call them.
Oh, the bear
And
claws, I
these
love it.
These are kind of our second most popular candy to the praline, if you will. And what we're going to do, I'm going to have you cover a couple of them. I'm going to show you how to do it first.
Yeah, you're going to have to show me how to do this.
You watch a professional first,
Okay,
and then
I
I'll
get to
let you
watch
come
the
behind me.
professional.
But we take just a standard, like this is like a mini melon scoop or an ice cream scoop of some kind, and we'll take.
So you've got a layer of nuts, pecans.
That's correct.
And then you have the caramel.
That's correct.
And then you just take a little bit and
take a little bit in the center, and then we just kind of spread it around, and bam, just like such, have like a little pigtail at the end.
Look how neat yours turns out.
Try to keep it on the caramel. Don't go all on the nuts and everything.
Something's going to tell me mine's not going to be as neat, but I'm going to try.
I've done it a few times.
I was going to say, you definitely are the expert. Okay, here we go. Let's see how I do here.
All right.
You said just kind of a little
Dollop
bit
in
here.
the middle, you know.
And then what we want to do
And we want to cover almost all. Get a little bit more chocolate on there.
Is that good?
A little bit more.
A little bit more.
Yeah,
we want to make
squeeze
sure
that
they have
trigger.
that full
Yeah.
benefit of that chocolate.
But this time of year, like I mentioned, we make our pumpkin pralines here. And this is the ones that everybody looks forward to in October and November during the holidays. But this has got real pumpkin made in there.
Real pumpkin, and so that's why it's a little bit darker than the
A little bit darker, it's got a little bit of that pumpkin color.
But you've got real pumpkin, and
Real
we know
pumpkin.
the benefits of pumpkin too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I can taste the pumpkin.
People really want these year round now. We actually have to consider keeping them year round because of that.
I feel like I'm eating a mini pumpkin pie.
That's
I mean,
it.
that is fabulous. Oh.
And along those same lines, like I mentioned before, we have our pumpkin fudge, which is a huge attraction. We've got some little samples cut up here. We can make big chunks.
Now you have one with nuts and
We
one
do.
without nuts.
We
Now
do
why is that?
Well, you know, like pumpkin pie, sometimes you have the nuts in there, but this is a pumpkin with pecans.
So I'm
And
gonna
then
try.
that's the plain.
I'm gonna try the plain first. I taste the pumpkin there too.
You
So
have
it's
to.
made with
Made
real.
with real pumpkin meat, if you will, a whole big can of it, if you will.
So and then if you want something that has a little crunch to it with the nuts,
You know, a lot of people prefer nuts, and we give them that option as well.
oh, that is fabulous. That is fabulous. If you'd like more information on River Street Sweets, all you have to do is go to the information you see right there on your screen. Now, you'll find them on Facebook, you'll find them on the website, but here's the thing. You'll find loads of information there, but no website or Facebook will do them justice. Take the time to pick up a catalog or get to one of their locations. They have wonderful samples that you can walk in and take a little piece of that, take a little piece. You'll be glad you did, believe me. Coming up next, we'll talk about the thrills and chills at the Old Pink House while we dine on some of that delicious Ambo seafood products. Stay with us. The Southern Scream will be right back. Welcome back to the Southern Scream on WSAV and MyLC. We're still here at the Habersham location of River Street Sweets. You know, where they have all those tasty, delicious, spooky treats for Halloween and this time of year. You have to try the pumpkin pralines and the pumpkin fudge. Absolutely delicious. You know, when it comes to dining and you're wanting something really delicious and maybe a little spookiness along the way, well, you might want to check out the Old Pink House on Abercorn Street. You know, James Habersham Jr. built the home in the late 1700s and hung himself there, distraught over his wife's death. Now, rumor has it that his ghost still walks the halls there, too. Now, some people say he's a bit of a neat freak, too, and likes to straighten tables and chairs. Even his children like to lock women in the bathrooms, even though there are no locks on the doors. You know, the Southern Scene visited the Old Pink House not long ago, and we loved it. Now, while we didn't see any ghosts, well, the food was frightfully delicious, especially those wonderful Ambo seafood products. And of course, I'm in one of my favorite restaurants here in Savannah, the Pink House. I love it. And joining me now on the Southern Scene is the general manager, Craig Jeffress. I'm so glad to have you here with me today.
It's a pleasure to have you in our home.
You know, I love the Pink House. I can remember the first time that I came to the Pink House, and it is just a phenomenal restaurant. And I keep coming back and keep coming back and keep coming back, and it just keeps getting better and better.
You know, just hearing you say that, it's a privilege of mine to get to hear those stories all day, every day. People who've said, you know, my grandmother brought me here, my mother was here, now I'm here, and here's my daughter. You know, those are just privileges. That's something amazing to have happen in your day, every day.
And you probably don't just hear it from locals here. You hear it from people all over the world that travel to Savannah.
That's, again, another sort of privilege and very humbling thing that someone can tell you that, you know, my friend next door told me to come here and to not just to the U.S., but to Georgia and to Savannah and to the old Pink House. And you realize that they've traveled, you know, I don't know, across the Atlantic and from another country just to have this meal with us, and specifically on their neighbor or their friend's recommendation to come to this place. Very humbling, very humbling.
So let's talk about the Pink House and what the old Pink House is all about. A lot of history here.
Oh, without a doubt. The home was built in 1771. So, you know, 5 years before we were officially a country, this house was built by James Havisham Jr. And wow, I mean, 243 years of, you know, memories and history and amazing things and attention to detail. And I think that's the one thing that we really, you know, we strive for every day. It's just, you know, our attention to detail. The smaller things are really what make the biggest impact. But no, this is, you know, we're actually dining in what was originally the children's bedroom, you know, some 243 years ago, and the master bedroom's just across the way. But just years and years of just memories, whether it was a Federal Bank beginning in 1812 to an antique shop, a bookstore, a tea room. When something's been around as long as this, you'll come across so many people that, you know, this is what the Pink House meant to me during my lifetime. And, you know, I spent this time in Savannah for these 10, 20 years, and the Pink House was where we celebrated moving here, and we celebrated our, you know, our first child, and we celebrated so many things. And people will move away and come back to celebrate those same events with us. Even if they don't live in Savannah any longer, they still come back to celebrate those things with us.
You guys really keep it local. I mean, Ambo Seafood Products, I mean, you use a lot of Ambos here at the old Pink House. Why is that important?
You know, our success comes through many, many great partnerships. And when people come to Savannah, you know, they want to eat Savannah. That's what they want. And they want to eat shrimp. They want to learn the difference in the shrimp that we catch here off of in our waters as opposed to where they come from, whether it be, you know, the Pacific or somewhere else. They want to know the difference, and they come here and they learn. Oh wow, this has a sweetness to it. It's really tender. It's really succulent.
There really is a difference in this taste.
Oh my goodness, absolutely. So, you know, a lot of our joys that we get here in this home in terms of what we serve and who we partner with is that they care as much about it as we do. The Ambos, you know, when I talk about details earlier, they're the same way. And that's why our vendor partnerships work so well. We choose to align ourselves with vendors that, you know, they know not to bring us something that is not a wow. If they're not wowed, they know we won't be wowed.
What are some of the products that you do use with Ambos?
Wow, talk about some Georgia white shrimp. Talk about some delicious Georgia white shrimp.
There is nothing like some Georgia white shrimp.
Oh my goodness, they're different than I've had. I've had the privilege of having shrimp from all over, and I have to tell you, you'll know when you have a Georgia white shrimp. It's tender, it's juicy, and it has a perfect sweetness to it. Not that sugary sweetness, but just a natural sweetness that you know it gets from the waters and its diet. And there's nothing like, and you can do so much with it. Now we all know when we say sweet, sweet goes with salty, sweet goes with cream, sweet goes with butter. It goes with everything. So that Georgia white shrimp is very versatile and very tasty. And I've yet to find someone who goes, don't like them. Yet to find it. Nobody's
going to say that because you eat it one time and you're sold.
Absolutely.
Sold. Are there any other products that you use?
Oh my goodness! This time of the year and for the months just prior to this one, soft shell crabs.
Oh, soft shell
certain
crabs.
time of the year you can get them, and they are just delicious. You can have them sautéed. You can deep fry them. You can anything you want. You can have a sandwich, an entree with, you know, a house-made jambalaya. You can do so many things with soft shell crab. Gosh, our signature dish, the crispy squid flounder.
So you keep it local. You believe in 100% keeping it local. What are some of the other things that the old Pink House is known for food-wise, would you say?
Wow. Well, you're always going to find some beautiful fresh oysters here, whether they're coming from gosh, Prince Edward Island, or gosh, from down the Gulf, you're going to find some fresh oysters here at Always. We do them many different ways. Of course, we'll do them shucked for you, fresh oysters. We'll do them blackened in a skillet with blackening spices on them, which are really delicious. And of course, we're in the South, so we're going to fry some oysters too.
You know, I grew up on a farm, and when I saw that you guys had collards, I said, there's no way that's going to taste like, you know, good old Southern collards, you know, that I'm used to.
Here.
I was wrong.
Well, you know, our executive chef, myself, we're Southerners. We know what a good collard's supposed to taste like. We spend our time researching good collards, so let's put it that way. So,
and you can have collards in a fine dining restaurant too.
Oh, there's an art to collards.
There's an art to collards.
Craft. Let me correct you. There's a craft to cooking good collards.
You know, Craig, no matter what you're looking at on the menu, I mean, we've talked a lot about seafoods, we've touched on some appetizers and some fabulous things, but you guys have something on the menu for everyone. No matter if you're looking for chicken or beef or that kind of thing, you really change your menu out a lot. It's fabulous.
I would not welcome you into our home without making sure we served you a fine meal.
So you've got me covered then.
Beyond.
You know, if you want to sample some of that delicious food and you're brave enough to dine at the Old Pink House, here's the thing. I recommend the crispy scored flounder. To die for. Okay, are you still hungry? Well, we're always hungry here on the Southern Scream. How about a jack-o'-lantern pizza that's made by Papa Murphy's? But here's the thing, you can take it home and bake it in your own kitchen. Yum! Stay with us. Welcome back to the Southern Scream on WSAV and MyLC. Thanks to the Georgia Lottery, we're being able to bring you the Southern Scream, and you want to remember to check out their all-new Walking Dead Scratcher. Here's the thing, you could be a huge winner. You know, during this time of year, during Halloween, well, it's all about the sweetness of it all. I love it. And that's why we're at the Habersham Village location of River Street Sweets, where you can find all of those tantalizing treats that you need this time of year. And here's the thing, you can shop online from the comfort of your own home. Remember, they ship all over the world. All you have to do is go to riverstreetsweets.com, and don't forget they have loads of locations all over the Southeast and 2 right here in Savannah. Well, from sweet to spicy. How about pizza during Halloween? Well, our own Chris Hummer shows us how Papa Murphy's is getting into the Halloween spirit, and the results are delicious.
Halloween's all about candy, but you can't just eat candy no matter what your kids say. So today we're at Papa Murphy's on Durin in Savannah, and we're going to learn about a special thing they do every Halloween. So joining me is Bob Hersting. He is the owner of the Papa Murphy's, all the Papa Murphy's here in Savannah. So Bob, let's just dig right in. What is the Scream deal that Papa Murphy's offers every Halloween?
Every Halloween we offer our jack-o'-lantern pizza, which is a pepperoni pizza in the shape of a jack-o'-lantern. And this year we've introduced an orange cookie dough. Our scream of a deal is the spooky dough and the jack-o'-lantern pizza together.
So the deal behind, or the idea behind Papa Murphy's is you take this home and you cook it. So you will be making your own pizza, you're cooking your own pizza, and you will also be making your own cookies. So your kids are gonna think, wow, Mom, wow, Dad.
Mom gets all the credit for it. We do all the work, but we make the pizzas fresh to order right here in the store. So we top it up however you'd like, wrap it up, send you home with it, and it cooks right on the tray that it comes home on. So all you have to do is turn your oven, slide it in, set the timer, and you're good to go.
Oh my gosh. So jack-o'-lantern pizza. Let's talk about this. What have we got here?
Well, we've got one of our fresh doughs. We make our dough fresh in the store every day. We're going to put sauce and cheese and pepperoni on it and make it in the face of a jack-o'-lantern. If you'd like, we can make one up here real quick.
I think that would be great. Let's talk about the dough, though. You said it's Papa Murphy's dough made fresh daily. You have different kinds of dough, or is this just you're famous for this kind?
Well, we've got a thin crust. We've got our traditional crust. We've also got a pan pizza, but we make all those doughs here fresh in the store. So we mix it up every morning, let it rise, and then prepare it every evening for dinner.
All right, so I washed my hands, I got my gloves on, and you were going to show me. Now, you said there's a little trick to the
Well, I'll
sauce.
sauce the pizza. It's just practice, a little bit of a trick to it.
Is it in the wrist?
It's all in the wrist and turning the turning the crust as you go instead of trying to dance in circle.
It smells like my grandmother's kitchen in here.
It's a really good sauce, and it's made specifically for Papa Murphy's.
Okay, now you did the sauce, so I want to mess. Okay,
You go ahead and put the cheese
really?
on.
Now, how are you? Are you a cheese guy that goes all the way to the end?
We'll get
or
it,
you like,
yeah, close to the edge.
I like that. Okay,
But
so
it's that's a whole milk mozzarella, so we bring that in 40-pound blocks and grind it here in the store fresh every
oh my
day.
gosh, you do everything. All right,
Everything
so,
we do is fresh.
See, I needed a little help there. That's
All
good.
right, next step is the pepperoni. So go
Okay,
ahead
now
and
are
just,
we making a jack-o'-lantern?
we're going to make a jack-o'-lantern,
We
so if you just
are?
want to grab some
All
and
right.
we'll start working your way around the edge.
Okay, so this is like our little
This is the
frame,
out of the
right?
face, yep.
This is so much fun. I tell you, I like food that smiles at you when you eat it. There we go.
And
Okay,
you
so now
can-
we've got a frame, but now
Now you need 2 eyes.
all right, I got 2 eyes.
And then a nose.
Oh, a nose? That's
and
pretty
then
cool. We're gonna make a happy face?
Happy face. You can make
Okay.
it happy or sad.
No, Halloween's
We
happy.
like happy ones.
Look, it looks like he's got a little
2, 3, 4,
missing
5.
tooth.
There we
Okay.
go.
All right.
And then we usually take 2
Oh,
olives.
black olives.
And we put eyes right
Eyeballs
there.
right there. Yeah.
We put topping cheese on all of our cheese. This is a fresh provolone, smoked provolone fresh cheddar blend.
So you've got the mozzarella, that's the base part
Mm-hmm.
of the pizza. You've got your pepperoni and your jack-o'-lantern face. Now, why do you just do that on top? Is it for flavor?
A little flavor, a little finish.
Okay, well, I like flair. All right, now what do we do?
It's ready to go.
What? Whoa, it's ready to go?
This is all we do.
Okay.
So we would wrap this up, send it home with you just like this,
Right.
and it bakes right on this tray.
Okay, that's going to wrap it up for us. I hope you've enjoyed watching our Southern Scream show. Now remember, we want to thank our good friends at the Georgia Lottery and get out and check out their all-new Walking Dead Scratcher. Thank you. We also want to thank our very good friends at River Street Sweets. Oh, I filled up on those pumpkin pralines and the pumpkin fudge, of course. Make sure you check out River Street Sweets. Remember, you can see the Southern Scene twice now, weekdays and weeknights. Weekdays on WSAV at noon, and of course, weeknights at 7 p.m. on MyLC. And if you have a story idea for us, or you'd like to send us a message, all you have to do is find us on Facebook, and be sure to like us, or you can always go to our website, WSAV.com. Just be sure to click on our Southern Scene page. Remember, what's important to you will always be important to us. And besides, we just love hearing from you. And as always, keep your eyes open. Our Southern Scene cameras are always out and about. And you never know when you might be seen on the Southern Scene. See you next time.